Welcome, everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive into some excerpts you shared from The Last Light of Aether. It's a romantic sci-fi adventure story.
That's right.
And it's set in this future where humans live on these huge space stations. The main one is Aether Station, super advanced, looks amazing. But, well, the story hints pretty quickly at some deep social divides there.
Yeah, that contrast really jumped out at me. This gleaming future tech right alongside these very familiar human tensions. It sets a great stage, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
So, right in the middle of all this is Lena. She's described as a brilliant astrophysicist on Aether.
Mm-hmm.
And the excerpts focus on her massive discovery. She finds this powerful anomaly, like signals coming from a dying star.
And it's not just some, interesting science thing. The story makes it clear super fast that this discovery could totally shift the galactic power balance.
Absolutely.
Right.
Which immediately puts Lena in the firing line, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. You feel the danger instantly. These powerful groups, factions on Aether, they either want to control what she knows or just silence her. Yeah.
It makes the stakes incredibly high from the get-go.
Yeah.
You're hooked into her story, her survival.
Totally. And that's where Kai comes in. He's introduced as a former military officer, now kind of a rogue, living off the grid, haunted by his past.
Yeah, a classic archetype, but done well here. And initially, he wants nothing to do with Lena's problems. Understandable, given his backstory.
Right. He seems pretty reluctant. So what flips the switch for him? What makes him decide to help?
Well, it seems to be the scale of the threat. Lena's discovery doesn't just endanger her. It points towards a potential, galaxy-wide war.
Ah, okay.
And that possibility, that huge potential catastrophe, seems to be what overrides his personal reasons for staying out of it. It's just too big to ignore.
So they team up, this unlikely pair. And the excerpts really paint a picture of this dangerous trip they take, right? Through wormholes, hidden bases, these spooky abandoned colonies.
Yeah, it's got all the great sci-fi adventure elements.
Yeah.
But what I found compelling was that it's not just about dodging dangers.
The story weaves in their developing connection. These moments, these shared bits of vulnerability while they're on the run, it feels quite earned.
You see that bond forming under pressure.
Exactly. It gives the whole thing emotional weight, anchors it.
And the core of their quest, the anomaly itself, we find out what it really is.
Yeah, it turns out it's not just energy, it's a weapon. Like an unbelievably powerful, potentially devastating weapon.
Which naturally throws up a massive moral dilemma.
Huge. The story really digs into that. Is it ever okay to use something like that? Even to stop a war, what are the consequences?
It's that classic sci-fi question about power and responsibility.
Right, put into this specific, high-stakes context.
And this leads directly to Lena's final choice in these excerpts. It's pretty heart-wrenching. She decides the weapon is too dangerous for anyone to have.
So she chooses to destroy it. But the cost?
The cost is immense. She has to sacrifice her memories of Kai, of their connection, their love.
It's a powerful moment. It really speaks to the themes of sacrifice, prioritizing the greater good, even if it means losing something incredibly precious personally.
It makes you think about what love means in that context.
Definitely. And whether a connection, even if the memory is wiped, is truly, truly gone, does it leave a mark?
And that farewell scene, her message, no matter where the stars take us, remember you are my home. That really lands the emotional punch, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It just distills the whole personal story within this epic sci-fi setting. It reminds you that even with galaxy-spanning events, these human connections are what ground us, what matter.
So yeah, this dive into The Last Light of Aether really shows that blend of big space opera ideas and very intimate human choices. You see how the vastness of space becomes this backdrop for both amazing potential and, well, terrible consequences. It pushes the characters right to their limits, forcing them to figure out what they truly value.
It certainly gives you a lot to chew on afterwards. What does Lena's sacrifice really say about love versus responsibility when you're facing that kind of power?
Yeah.
And thinking about that final message, can a connection that meaningful ever be truly completely erased? Something for listeners to ponder, I think.